Hello guys, welcome back to the Lumley Trading video. In this one we are going to be looking and doing some in-depth stock analysis, technical analysis over on MAXN. Big gap today. This is off the earnings release, at 37% off that release as of right now. Now obviously this is a fundamental move, so yes, we're going to be providing technical levels, but not something I'm looking to trade personally for at least kind of a day or two after the earnings, just waiting for it to relax a bit. Go back to more of a technical setting, because obviously trading technicals and fundamentals can easily lead to disaster. So 25.25, that's going to be our first deviation over on the 6 month. So this was an target hit today. We'll go through it, look at it on an intraday chart in a sec. And then also at $26.60 is our other first deviation over on the 1 year. So we can see actually even intraday it did actually end up working quite well. We can quickly pull back to see, did this have hit or pre-market? No, it didn't. So again, as we would expect, the first time we come into a level, pull back. If we end up retesting it, we expect a breakthrough, come back to test it as a support. If it can hold, looking to play that next deviation move, which again, we missed by about 20 cents, but overall the pattern has worked. But again, would have been a reduced size even if we did trade it, just because obviously it is off earnings, it is off a fundamental move. Trading off technicals would be very risky in a move like that, but it's just good to see that it's still working even on a tech or on a fundamental move. So if we continue to break both those levels, what are we looking at as further resistances? Looking at $29. Going through there would take us to around $31, then $32.70, and final levels taking us out to around $35 and $36.50. So obviously the thing we're looking for is the same like we saw on the 25, is first time we come into these levels looking to play pullbacks. If they end up coming back to retest, then waiting for that break, come back to test it as a support, and if it can hold, playing direction to that next deviation. So that's how I look at these resistant levels going forward. Now, what are key supports? So obviously 25.25 has turned now into a support. But again, I would be waiting for the stock to stabilize a bit more before we start to use these technical levels. So we have 22.25 as that next level, then going on to 21.50. Now this is statistical mean, as you know if you watched this channel before, or if you kind of understand deviations. If we're trading off technicals, we don't really want to be trading within this area because this is considered fair value. And obviously if we're trading strictly off a technical signal, we don't want to be buying at a fair value. We want to be buying at the extremes and more looking to trade the reversal. Or if we are trading this area, maybe trading it through a straddle could be beneficial. If we end up falling further in price, I'm looking at a kind of $18 to around $17.90. This would be our first deviation on both the 6 month and the 1 year. And if we break lower, we'll get final levels at $14 to around $13.65. Now, on this stock, especially on the support side, it's quite nice and probably be easier and cleaner to trade just because the deviations are so close together. We'll just make these levels that bit stronger. So if we do pull back, these levels would definitely be key things to be looking out for. But considering that would be kind of even further than the gap fill occasion, probably not all that likely that we hit them soon. And again, statistical mean, not something I ever like to trade because it's a bit more of a gamble. So to me, this is something I'm paying attention to a lot more to the upside, just really from now waiting for the break of 26.60. And if that can happen, maybe going into tomorrow or the day after, then just waiting for the break above, come back to test it as a support. If it holds, then looking to play potentially to the $29 target. Anyway, that is the breakdown on MAXN. If you enjoyed the video, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out this analysis video.